Hello, how are you guys doing? So another week, another Metal Art Tarot stream. Should probably have picked up the, whatever. Anyway, last time we ended while we were doing Justice and Don't Call Me Daddy, and we started listening to a album by Gamma Bomb by the name of Citizen Brain. Haven't heard much of Gamma Bomb. I have a friend who's ultra into him, and I figured it would be good to like give him a shot. How long am I planning on streaming? A couple hours probably. If you can't stick around the whole time, Mafa, it's cool. Sorry for being a little late. I hadn't seen Tilda all day, and I wanted to just hang out with her and talk with her and all those things that people do. Where the fuck did I put that book? Every week I lose track of where I put that book on tarot. One of these weeks I'm just gonna nail it to something. Where the fuck is it actually? Maybe it's behind something. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I'll find it. I don't know much about Gamma Bomb. Should be live. A couple of people in chat are having problems with chat. There they are. They were hidden. I found I went to a record shop recently, just to kind of see what they had, see if there's any music that I wanted to get. Found a band called Hellhammer that I thought I'd check out. Didn't really like them, but one of the early black metal bands. It's okay, Mafa. Everyone knows the joke. It's fine. Let me give you a screen region of what we were doing last time. Where is that button? Oh, God. I love it when things don't work the way they did when I did the check. Anyway. Oh, and I also need to make sure that Steam is down. Anyway. Waiting for the coffee to hit me a little bit. So if I'm a little bit slower paced than even usual, you'll have to forgive me. But anyway, I found they had this awesome black metal, kind of a war metal album cover for this album called Abigail, The Final Damnation. I don't know if that's the name of the... I think the band name is Abigail. It's hard to tell. Anyway, looks pretty sweet, but it's exactly the style that we're going for here. And I need to kind of maybe try and do more with black line rather than white, and leave some empty space, leave some stringy bits. I think that's something that I'm kind of missing here. I think the whole thing will look better for it if I do. There we go. Now you can see it. Anyway, so here's what we were doing last time. It looks alright. There's some stuff I'd like to clean up about it. I do have some problems going on with, what is happening there? I've got some weird issue, with my tablet. My tablet is having some problems. It does this. And I am having some problems because I can't remember where I put my pen. It's in my lap because I'm dumb. Oh, shit. Let's Control Z that right off the bat. All right, cool. Well, the rest of it's fixed. For some reason, that's still happening. There we go. There, it's better. All right, so let's go and start the music. Gamma Bomb, Citizen Brain, full album. If you go to RevScarecrow After Hours, or RevScarecrow, my main channel, you should be able to find the playlist for this. This is the Metal Albums playlist, not the other one. Can Rev play Blood Bagel? I don't think it's on YouTube. And I don't know what I don't want to worry about it. I should put it on this list, though, because I still haven't listened to it. Anyway, I'm going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, go. I like my thrashy kind of metal, so that's good. The skull needs a little bit of work, but I kind of want to, maybe do that on my own time rather than have you guys waiting and watching that. It's Vinny's song. Yeah, I'm doing full albums right now, and I'm going based on the list that we've got. If you have a recommendation, I will put it on the list. I still do need to listen to it. So I'm thinking maybe the 3 of Pentacles now. We can kind of clean up the stuff that's happened before in my own time. I had a commission this week, so I didn't really want to work on it. Nevermore win. It's in the list somewhere. It's a while out because let's see. So this is the the surety of possessions, cleaving that one has a gift, legacy, or inheritance. And then the other book says what? I've been listening to a lot of the Misfits recently. How are the audio levels, by the way, for those of you live? Those of you that are listening, on after hours, you can kind of figure out your levels on your own, but it reminds me a lot of municipal waste. It's a very similar style. You have some fears about finances, but feel you need to hold on to your money. Perhaps you have experienced financial stress, which have left you feeling insecure. So, money, insecurities. And there need to be 4 pentagrams in it. How do you show a skeleton being insecure about money? I'm going to bring that up on my end. But I've been listening to a lot of the Misfits recently, and that's been pretty good. Misfits really influenced Metallica, so yeah. Has a bit of a Guar feel to it, yeah, I guess. Very punk, thrashy kind of thing. I might do 2 of wands instead, because I don't know what to do with how of him swallowing coins, but they're falling out the bottom of his jaw. That's fucking metal, and I'm gonna steal that idea. Thank you. So, but yeah, I've been working on this commission, and the check hasn't cleared for it yet, so I don't want to send it to him yet, but normally I don't start working on a commission until after I've gotten, the payment in my box, but they decided to use a check. I didn't know you could do I didn't know you could do checks via PayPal, but apparently you can, so, they sent me a check. As much as I love the thrashy kind of stuff, I usually lean towards stuff that's got a really solid basis in classical melodic stuff. That's why I like stuff like King Diamond, because if you were to play that on a piano, it would sound beautiful. Can you recommend anything heavier than lead? I think we found out that iridium or osmium is the heavier metal, but I mean, there are a lot of metals that are heavier than lead, and that doesn't look quite right. Maybe I should bust out my skull, but I think that looking in that direction would be good. But these are the colors that I've been using for it. They're really pretty, and I love them. This blue is really good. It's for this mandala, and then this purple. It's really cool. They paid a little bit more because the extra detail work that it would involve, but yeah. Alright, so why don't I go and just erase this and just start from a scratch. So we've got I guess we're using purple today as our line. We probably shouldn't because it's a little bit too close to black. We need something that's very bright, much higher value, higher key than... A lot of it has a very similar riff. Maybe it's just because it's the same album and it's a very similar subgenre. But sounds very similar. Like all the songs kind of have the same feel. We're gonna have to use probably both skulls for this one. Probably my white skull for the neon green is great for picking out the difference between it and black. Neon green on black, yeah, or white, yeah. It's kind of bad for the eyes, but you know. Megadeth is like one of the, you know, the big four of thrash. So they're always going to be like considered like the most thrash in the same way that like I don't know. It's just like a I gotta say, I love the Mario coin effects. That's pretty good. I've been in a couple of bands like this one. Mostly because like they're I end up hanging out with more punks than metalheads. And so like where their interest in music and my interest in music cross is somewhere in this. Somewhere in this range. Very municipal waste feeling. I was always the black metal guy in the group, and it's just like, I mean, King Diamond, I guess, technically counts as black metal. Yol will tell you otherwise, but is this a video game song? Weirdo, you know this band. Is this referencing video games? The coin sound effect and the Streets of Rage reference there makes me think that it probably is. What about Behemoth? I don't know them, so I don't know where they hi Max. Max is ADX's cat. I'm having some trouble figuring out where his chin is. I've been doing the mandala all day, so I don't really have like a good landing on where things are. It is a video game song. That's cute. I'd have to go back and listen to it to understand what the lyrics are. How's Momoko? She's been good. She's been a little bit of a shit recently, so we started to bust out the squirt bottle. The song is called Final Fight, but it's mostly about that, but they threw a few other references in. Okay, that's cute. That's pretty cute. I'm cool with that. I know this band is a band that doesn't take itself ultra seriously, which is nice, because a lot of metal like they take themselves a little bit too seriously. I can't draw for shit today. I know I keep saying that as a thing that like as if it's a thing that I normally can do, but I notice that I have a lot more trouble drawing when I'm like live. Maybe it's just cuz I don't really care if it takes me as long. Like that draw just does not look right no matter how many times I draw it. Do I mind angry screaming? I don't mind it. I just if I'm going to be the singer in the band, that's not what I'm going to be doing, you know? That's not my vocal range. That's not my vocal style. Tyrannosaurus Rampage in London Town. Just as Weirdo says, they've got a lot of goofy stuff going on. Yeah. It's okay. It's gonna get there eventually. I'm doing that thing where I'm looking too closely at one bit and then it's blowing it up. It's kind of a newbie art problem, and that's why I'm hard on myself about it. Is that like when you're first learning to draw, you tend to not draw things in proportion with each other. So I'm just gonna cheat, which is why I put this on a different layer. We're gonna cheat it because I don't feel like spending like forever trying to get this to work. That looks a little bit better. I think if we clean up those lines a bit, we can make that work. So then we can just merge those two layers. Momo, you're gonna have to go. Um, we've been using a squirt bottle recently, and I hate doing it, but it's the only way she's gonna learn. Um, I don't think it's more difficult to draw on a computer. I think it's a little bit easier. Although you have that added pressure of being able to edit out anything you do. I don't think it's cheating. Oh, actually, what I just said I think is cheating, but yes. But do you have artist curse? I don't know what that is. I don't believe any like superstitious stuff as far as art or whatever. I don't believe art block exists. I think it's art block is what happens when you don't get outside and do new things. It's not something that like is permanent, and it's not something that can't be fixed by just doing something. Um so I don't know what you mean by that. If you ever do listen to Behemoth, try Bin Sar. Um Thank you, cameraman. I feel like Gwar did a better job of integrating global warming into their songs. Oh, it's the name I gave to a feeling when you hate your work, no matter what you do. No, that's just being an artist, dude. Oh, I've got that same problem. Is that it? That's the end of the song? Was that just it? That's fucking awesome. I love it. Just I don't like cops, and then the song ends basically. Yeah, I've got my authority issues. I know it. All right, we can make this work. We're gonna use that as a base layer, and then we'll clean it up from there. So let's just go to black. Hey, in it for the money. Um, we're doing something a little bit different. So if you normally watch me for video game stuff, then this is gonna be a little bit different. We're doing art. And I'm not sure I want to put the pentagrams, maybe like one there and there. And there's going to be like coins coming out of his mouth there. I don't know. Let's draw the skeleton first, then maybe we'll figure that out. I feel like that's probably the backwards way of doing it, though. One on his forehead. I feel like that's kind of gotta happen, yeah? Hey, Whiskey Gravy. Pentagram. I think, yeah. I mean, you normally see pentagrams on coins in this suit in tarot, so it wouldn't be too far out there. I'm getting a lot of buzzes. I don't know what's going on. I'll check it out later. Anyway. Oh, it's Gravity. Sorry. You're a subscriber. I should probably remember your name, but I'm dumb. So, I'm glad you understand that. I feel like the people who subscribe to me are like probably the most aware that they're going to get their name butchered by me. If not by the first month, eventually. Like, I think I've gone a fairly good amount of time, Whiskey Gravity, without butchering your name. And it just happens that tonight is the night that I do. I have the way I made this list was I basically just got all the bands that I like or haven't checked out that I should, and then I put them all on the list and then I shuffled them together a bit. So like King Diamond is basically every other one. Like literally the next album I believe is Melissa. ADX, you're gonna get your name wrong every single time. I'm sorry. Like that's just the way the world is, like with my head. Um but yeah. I watched the first Friday the 13th movie today. The reason I wanted to watch it was because I got a an exclusive demo to the Friday the 13th game. And my channel manager, he sent me a thing. He's like, hey, do you want to cover this? Do you want this? And I was like, yeah, man. You know, it's almost Halloween. It's almost October. It's about time for spooky stuff. It's the 26th right now of September. So, you know, we got some time. But I haven't seen, you know, Friday the 13th. So, it's not exclusive. I don't know if you can just buy it. I think it's like kind of a pre-order exclusive. And I kind of like the idea of him having hair. I kind of accidentally did that. But I think I'm going to add that. Just like remember to add hair. So because I didn't know anything about Friday the 13th, I watched it. And it's, I think it's a tie-in because I think they're making a new Friday the 13th movie, like that's coming out next month. Don't quote me on that. I think I read something about that when I was looking. It might have been them referencing the game and not a movie. I don't have a TV, so I can't. When did this stream start? 23 minutes ago. I haven't played much Stardew recently. I probably should get back into that, but with winter, I just don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and I don't know, XCOM is so sexy to me right now that I want to keep playing it and not Stardew, where I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, the real Texas Chainsaw Massacre, he's largely based on Eddard Gein, who was a serial killer in, what, Connecticut? Someplace like that. Anyway, Friday the 13th was okay. It was really weird because I was fully expecting Jason to be in it more. And I watched the 1980 version. There wasn't a real Chainsaw Massacre. I don't know what documentary he saw that in, but Eddard Gein was he's sort of the influence for most horror movie backwoods kind of killers. Really interesting guy. Yeah, he's the guy who killed women and wore their skins. Yes. Really fucked up weird dude. There's a Slayer song based around him called Dead Skin Mask. It'll be just wispy. I mean, they're corpses, so they're not gonna have full heads of hair. How do you plead? Guilty as fuck. Momoko, get away from that door. I don't like spraying her with water, but it's like the only way that she'll actually pay attention to me. She needs to learn that like banging on the door is not acceptable to like get her attention. Like, Tilda needs to be able to do schoolwork. I need to be able to, like, stream. So. That's looking pretty good so far. I mean, honestly, like, after I got over the initial hump of getting this, like, his head. Any death or possessed in the playlist? No, but I need to add some death. What's a good death album? For those of you who aren't aware, death is like, it's called death metal because everyone is like basically referencing death when they make that stuff, that genre, so, or that subgenre. They were smart for taking that name. That is like a very metal name. But I really haven't listened to much of their stuff, so I don't really know much about them. But anyway, back to Friday the 13th. I'll be streaming the little teaser game. It's sort of like their PT for their PT to their Silent Hill, you know? It's not like a full game, it's just a sort of like, here's some cool stuff. All right, I'll add it to the list. I grew up in the town that the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie was filmed. There's a Hobby Lobby there. It's just a parking lot. It's no longer the middle of nowhere, Texas. It's like just a shopping center. It's kind of funny. I do not know the name of the song. It's off the album Gamma Bomb Citizen Brain. Sorry. Probably Beer and Zombies. There's some other band that was recommended to me earlier. Who was it? It was like Devastator or something like that. I don't know. I don't listen to many local bands. I think like the only local bands I listen to are punk bands because they're like friends of friends or whatever. Let's try being a little bit more bare bones about this zombie. You know, maybe try and do a little bit less. I don't know, man. Yeah, I think his neck needed to be a little bit skinnier. And I'm not sure where, like, it needs to be hooking up, like, right there. So we should probably not be able to see this right here. Like, it would connect up there. I'm actually going to get rid of this here. And we can, I hadn't heard that. I didn't know that, oh, have I heard of the Butthole Surfers? Yes, I have. Actually, I was thinking about them today, because, there's that Twitter tag on, or that hashtag on Twitter, you know, 3 albums that really influence your life. And one of them is actually coming up next after this album's done. The others are Proto Man Act 1 and the Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. Now, that sounds like a weird one, but the first metal song I ever heard, I'm using Psy Paint, Eggplant Tits. Is that Eggplanitis? Eggplant Tits is a good name too, though. Anyway, I'm going to go and save real quick. But they're apparently on that soundtrack. The only song that's important on that MIA2 soundtrack was Metallica. Metallica did a song called I Disappear. It was the first metal song I ever heard, and it just blew my fucking mind. Because up till that point, I'd been listening to stuff like, basically whatever my parents put on. And it was really like the first song that was like something that they wouldn't listen to unless if I was in the car with them. Like I could find other stuff. And it was really like that, I remember driving off to El Paso because my grandmother, when she was still alive, lived in El Paso, and so we'd drive there every summer. I love the little effect they've got on this song. Can I request a non-metal song? I mean, this is Metal Tarot, so not really, and if you request a song, it's got to be like a full album for a band that's not already on the list, and it's going to be like weeks before we hear it. I'm going to make the green go away for a second. Okay, we do need to fix some things so that way you can actually see some of that. But, it was crazy to me. We were listening to stuff like Queen, which is good. None of the bands I'm about to mention are bad. They're just not. Anyway, we were listening to Queen and stuff like that, and my brother was really into Stained at the time, and my brother, it was his job, self-imposed, to burn the CDs for the car drive, Oh, Voltaire. Yeah, Voltaire is a great song. Or great band. Guy, whatever. We were listening to him on the way home from school today. Great musician. Not metal, but good. Have I heard anything by Merging Moon? No. But anyway, when that song, I Disappear, came on the list, my brother was like, I didn't put this on there. Like, he was not ready to take the responsibility for putting something as heavy and as, like, whatever as I Disappear by Metallica, which is not the best Metallica song ever. But I felt like such a badass at, like, how old was I when that happened? Hold on. Uh, 2004. So, I was 16 and feeling like a total badass. Hey, Hoots. So, anyway, why I bring that up in reference to what you were asking about the Butthole Surfers is, yes, they're on that soundtrack as well. And I do not know the song they did, but they're there. I had a friend who's huge into that kind of stuff. I don't know anything about that band, aside from the name, which I think is funny. I can't imagine they take themselves too seriously. Have you ever heard of the Melvins? Actually, yeah, because usually when I'm looking for like a Merciful Fate album or whatever, I was looking for one the other day when I went to the record store, see if I could find the one that we're about to listen to as like a physical album, like a vinyl, so I could mount it on my wall. They kept being there. Go Frantic, thank you for subscribing. So I don't know much about them, but I saw their name. Anyway, thank you, Go Frantic, for subscribing. I don't think I sounded very... I never sound like I really care, and I don't know why that is. Like, you guys are my lifeblood. I should probably, like, be more excited. The more people like you that subscribe, the less I have to do a normal person job. That should be something that I should be pretty fucking psyched about, because I don't want to do a normal person job. But I'm going for job interviews on Wednesday. They have like a career fair. Do you mind if I make an Imager post? I don't, but I'm not really able to click over to chat to permit you. I'll just do it. Hold on. I trust you, man. sludge metal and some. Oh, okay. So they're slow pace kind of stuff. Let's see. What did you find? Yeah. That's the kind of thing that I was thinking about doing, except for from like this angle. Merging Moons. I will add them to my list of things, and I'll go with whatever their most popular album is. It's not bad, Captain Hungry. I'll check them out. I should probably add some Mayhem on there, shouldn't I? I keep trying Mayhem, and I just can't get into it, man. It's just such a like second wave black metal is not my thing. First wave totally into, like fucking King Diamond counts as that. I say you'll be a purist and go, no, he's heavy metal. Am I working on a commission or is this a free project? This is a free project I'm doing. I've got commission slots open, but I don't have the link readily available, which I probably should do because okay, hold on. My tablet's got to do its little thing. It's been doing this all day while I've been working on commissions. I need to just buy a new one. Does anyone have any recommendations on a good one? I'm willing to break down and buy something because this is like my lifeblood. And if I'm going to be doing these streams, I need to be able to, you know, do it. The cable is loose and kind of broken, so it unplugs itself kind of randomly throughout. There we go. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was a good line right there. That's some good shit. All right, let me get the commission page. Oh, okay, hold on. There it is. I'm just gonna keep that in the copy. There you go. That's the same page it's gonna be. I'm done with the commission that I'm doing right now, but like I said, she paid via check, and I have a rule that I don't work on it until I get paid, but I was so excited to do this mandala that I did it anyway. It might come back to bite me in the ass, because, you know, if you're working and you haven't gotten paid yet, as an artist, you're probably getting fucked. But I trust this person. I don't know why I do, but I don't think they're going to fuck me over. I don't recommend taking that tact, though. Can I tweet you one of my drawings? Sure, go for it, man. I always check the Boru. If it's of me or something Vinesauce related, definitely do the Boru instead. I feel like this one's going a lot better because I'm kind of looking at this reference of this. I'm actually going to use a green layer, so I can kind of mess around with the curve of his body because I'm not totally convinced on how it goes just yet. It's something like this, right? And then it goes around, and then it goes like this, which means that it goes around like this. So everything needs to be going in that direction and with those lines. And then I'm going to bring that down. If you're doing this with pencil, you could just do like a really light, sketchy line. Just use Amazon to find the same model. That might be worth doing. I mean, this one I've got is just old and beaten up. His right shoulder, yeah, it might be. I could shave off a little bit. I think you're right. I kind of like the way it looked, though, so I'm actually going to bring his other shoulder forward. Can I do that without it looking weird, or is that not going to be a thing? How do I handle commissions? Like, can fans pay for art? Yeah, sure. That link I just posted in chat, is the commission page. You can just message me there, and we'll work out what you want to do. And once we have a good thing, once we're sure that you want, maybe his arm's just broken. Maybe I should draw right. Um, um, Once I know that it's right, like that we're in a good spot, that like I can do whatever you're asking me, because sometimes I can't. Um, like I either am not good at that style that you're trying to get me to do or whatever. But once we work it out via email or whatever, I'll send you an invoice based on whatever we said, and that has all the terms and conditions. Old versions of Intuos 7 are sold. I have Intuos 3, I think. Yeah. How much is an Intuos 3? Oh, no worries, dude. Yeah. Obviously wouldn't do work for free, but I know that's not what you're asking. I feel like I'm having a much better art day than I have been over the last few times that I've done this. I think I might bring back the green layer just to... So his sternum is going to be like here, right? Because that's where his clavicle connects in, so his sternum's got to be like here. So let's bring that back a bit. And then, oh, not green. Control Z. That's going to be a bitch to get rid of if I don't Control Z it now. Sai has some weird ways that it mixes colors. It's a lot like a paint. Which is great for when you're painting, but when you're trying to do graphic design like this, maybe not the best tool. But honestly, I think it's better than anything else that's kind of out there. Although I say that not knowing a whole lot else what else there is out there. So maybe I shouldn't fucking talk, but I mean, all these are supposed to be like black and white. Nice and thrashy. Refurbished models around $60. That's not bad at all, dude. I might have to invest in that. Oh, fuck yeah. This is the song that blew my mind second. Like, of the songs that really just... This song, man. Just... I could not fucking believe it when I heard this song for the first time. It was like listening to I Disappear Again, you know? It was something so out there that I'd never heard anything like it. And it was brilliant. Have I done weird fetish art? Nah, I can't really do porn because of PayPal's restrictions on pornographic stuff. As far as I understand, they do. People tell me they don't, but based on what I've been able to read about it, they don't allow it, and a lot of people are getting away with it just based on not getting caught. I would get caught. So, because someone's gonna snitch. So no one gets any weird fetish shit because I don't want to have my account shut down. Sorry. You can, but you have to be careful about what you put in the invoice. But the thing is, like, let's say someone commissions me and then they, like, report it. They go, I bought some porn from this guy. Like, there's nothing to stop him from doing that, yeah? Use bitcoins. I guess I could use bitcoins. I don't understand the conversion rate. When I feel uncomfortable doing porn, not really. Honestly, like I'm 28 years old. I talk about dicks on the internet all the time. I probably wouldn't advertise it because like my family follows me on social media, but I wouldn't care too much now. I don't know. I've never been requested it, so I'd imagine the stuff that I'd get requested would be a lot weirder than I would expect. I just kind of expect that I've seen it all at this point. But maybe like the really weird stuff never gets to see the light of day. It's just like bought by one guy and never. Everyone says you can make big money from doing furry shit, but like, wouldn't there are furries that know how to do art? Like, they know that market better than I do, just by nature of them being furries. Like, literally, what would stop them from undercharging under me? Because the reason that I would make big bucks is because, you know, it's like this thing that people are supposed to be ashamed of or whatever, right? I don't know. I can't use bits as a way of doing art though, unfortunately. Like you can't commission me using the bits from Twitch. It's actually expressly against the rules, weirdly enough. So I mean, I almost took a furry commission when I first started doing commissions again. But I turned the guy down because it's just like, dude, I turned a couple of people down. Because I couldn't, you know, like it's not my style. I don't know how to draw that. Like the anatomy is so fucking weird for furry art. It's one of those things that because I have some internet popularity and internet fame, I have like less options than other people. Like I can't draw porn on the internet without getting someone who will probably try and fuck me over from it. I guess Garage Inc. could have been another one that was on there. Cause I first really heard about King Diamond via a song on it was like a what's it called? A compilation? Whatever. On Garage Inc. called Merciful Fate. And this is in that compilation. It's not a terribly great song, but it's funny. So it's worth listening to. I need to practice guitar more so I can just start a band. I need to do something right there, but let's do the rest of the drawing. I don't want to spend forever on this one. Um, let's save real quick. Oh, right there. All right, so let's delete this green layer and then this one. I mean, that's a fairly good skeleton, but I mean, skeleton porn, how big of a market do you think there is? I mean, you weren't on Tumblr too much after Undertale, but let me tell you, it exists. Um, all right, so he's got coins just like pouring directly through his mouth, so there's like coins doing that. Yeah. Vinesauce should just stop streaming and just form a giant band. I mean, all of us do completely different styles. Even me and Yol, who both like metal, do completely different styles of metal. Um, Thank you, BK, for the 1,000-bit donation. It's not my birthday, you know that, but whatever. Thank you anyway. What if it's his own skeleton hand? Yeah, we might have to like put a skeleton hand up here and just being like, eat up, bitch tits. But he is indeed the bitch tits. Nah. How do you pour coins in your mouth from that angle? I don't know how his hand should be. It's like this, maybe? And then he's got like his hand like that, and then there are coins. That looks really fucking silly. What type of metal are the coins? I don't know. Just copper, I guess. If I knew more about like, what was it, vampires? You could put a coin in their mouth and that would stop it. Imagine it's a delicacy. I mean, yeah, honestly, like, anything is as bad as its worst part of its fandom. So, like, people forget that, and then I do, like, an I don't know anything about their fandom, and people are like, the Metallica cover of this song is pretty good, and it is one of the things that got me into him. That and listening to Evil via Metallica Guitar Hero. King Diamond, if you played well enough, would guest star. It was pretty awesome. There we go. How about like that? And he can have his coins just like blah blah blah. Yeah, that seems right. 2 copper coins for the toll across the river Styx, yeah. Does Rev know about Homestuck? I want to do one about that, but I just still haven't gotten around to doing it. Writing the scripts for I don't know anything about takes forever. So, it won't be for a while. I'm going to make another layer where I'm using black instead of, actually, I kind of need to erase stuff rather than add stuff here, don't I? Fuck, that's going to be annoying. Okay. Green is not a creative color. You are correct, sir. Such a weird fucking meme thing. I don't know what to call that. Video? Set of videos channel? This song I love, and I can actually play a little bit of. It's so good. Maybe we can put the pentagram here. You know, like, blam. I don't know how I'm going to have the coins pouring into his mouth. I'm sure Toby Fox, is well aware of, the weird shit his game has come up with. You know? Like, he was well aware, I think, of what he was going to create and what he was doing. Probably not that it was going to be as popular as it was, but, like, he knew what he was making when he made it. He had worked on Homestuck, so he knew that he could make something really weird. Hey, you know what? I'm really into, like, this guy right here that we're listening to. So if Merging Moon is like this, sure. I mean, I'll give it a listen before I add it to the list. Just like a couple of their songs to see if it's, like, trash or not. If it sounds like something that, like, if I listen to all, like, more of it, I'd like it, then I'll add it to the list. I guess I should say that. I don't add everything that everyone says to the list. I just add it as a suggestion. Unless if it's something really big, like, you know, Death. Death is such a huge band, and I really have not listened to much of their stuff. because I'm just not a huge fan of like that style of metal. It's like the first time a bag is like ripped cloth is being displayed as ripped cloth, I think, in this entire thing, and not as like ripped flesh or whatever. This solo though. All right. That looks pretty good. I'd like a coin to be like right there. Let's plan out a few coins. I'm gonna probably pop them. Maybe not quite as. I need to get like a coin. Do I have like a quarter on me or something? Just some sort of coinage so that we have like a flat thing. Nope, dropped my phone. I don't know. People go, "Oh, I love all music except for metal and country." Am I right? Or metal and rap? Am I right? And it's just like, well, you don't love all music then. You love probably pop music. Hate to be like that, but you I don't understand trap music. This is one of those songs that I wouldn't listen to all that often off this record, but that's right. The debate's going on right now. I'm gonna have to catch it later because obviously I'm streaming right now. I should be a good citizen and watch it, but I don't have a TV, so I'm being a bad citizen. Um, but I heard that Jill Stein got kicked out of the debate. She came to like do the debate even though that she wasn't invited because why the fuck would she be? Um, she's not one of the two main parties, so why would she ever be invited? Um, I'm still watching even though I'm not in Canada. Cool. I don't know. I'll catch up on it later. I know apparently Hillary was having some trouble finding someone to traditionally when you do like a debate, especially as important as like one for president, you spar against someone who can emulate the style of the person that you're going to be debating, so that way you can kind of be ready for whatever punches they throw. But and this is true, she couldn't find anyone who could say this kind of stuff that Trump would. Like she couldn't find anyone who would be able to emulate that weird style of his. Um so I don't know how she's going to do, honestly. I don't like going to politics on stream cuz My politics are very divergent of traditional opinions, and so I'm probably gonna piss off everyone in chat. I think if you've watched enough of my videos, you might be able to glean what kind of person I am as far as politics go, but I try not to get into it too much. He does have a very specific speaking style, Trump. You know? This is going to be a make or break point for him, though. I'll tell you that much. Either it goes very well for him tonight or it goes very badly. Either Hillary shows up very unprepared or Trump shows up unprepared and not able to deal with like any actual criticism. So it depends on whether or not you think Hillary can actually like deal with the insanity that Trump is going to throw out. A lot of people are going to be mad at me now for saying that. Can I just say I don't really like either of them? That's actually a fairly normal thing. There's a study that was done recently. It was a little bit of a go, so it may not be accurate still, but 60% of the people who were voting for either candidate who said, yes, I'm definitely going to vote for either Trump or, Hillary. They said they were doing so not because they liked whichever candidate it was. They did it because they didn't like the other person. And I think that's crazy because that means that what's going to decide this next election isn't which one is preferred, but which one is not as bad as the other. Like, no one's like only 40% of people are actually like really behind whichever candidate they like. That's fucking hilarious. Not really hilarious. What's the word I'm looking for? Horrifying. That's horrifying. So I mean, Jill Stein and Gary Johnson exist, but are they going to win? Probably not. Who here in chat has heard of either of them? I remember listening to this song in the car with my mom, and she was just like, "What is this?" It's like this is Merciful Fate. It's great. She likes Sean Colvin. Nope. I've heard of Jill Stein, but I know nothing of her. I've heard of Gary. I've heard of both. Wow. I don't know much about Gary Johnson, to be honest. I've known people who liked him, but I also didn't like them. So, I don't know if that's a sign of whether or not I'd vote for that person. Oh, God. They're being terrible already. Okay, well, let's maybe not think about it. I have a feeling that the people who are here care less about politics than whatever. Plus, we're listening to a guy say, "Hail Satan," you know? Alright, let's zoom out. Does that look alright? Is that gonna look okay? I think that's gonna be pretty good. Yeah, people who are here right now, I have a feeling, probably care more about skeletons than politics. And it's just a bad idea to talk about politics in a Twitch stream. Like, I can't moderate it well enough to deal with it. Hey, Mo. You got an hour to go, kiddo. It's not time for you to eat. She gets fed every day at 9. So that means I'm going to have to in-stream to go feed her. But that's fine. So, anyway, I'm going to stream that Friday the 13th game sometime soon here. And I've got a couple other games that I found that I'm trying to, like, work into a full, like, stream. Like, I've got 2 games that fit the bit, but that's it. Drawing circles on a slant is fucking weird. This song is great, too. Is there any Venom on the soundtrack? You missed some of it, yeah. We've already listened to some, but it was a different day. It's so fucking good. I love this album. I need to just go buy a physical copy of it. I agree, BK, but like what I'm saying is like if you're here rather than watching politics, you're probably trying to get away from that kind of shit. You're trying to get away from family who's been talking about it all day or whatever, you know what I mean? I get Venom and Poison confused because of their names. 2 very, very different bands. You're fine. Poison is like hair metal, which was like the 1980s version of nu metal. You know, that was their Linkin Park. Popular, but everyone was like, what the fuck? Who's actually like into real metal. Like, technically speaking, probably, you know, quite efficient. I think it's kind of weird that like 13-year-olds can be into politics but not vote. But then there are people who are older than I am who don't give a shit about politics, who can't or who can vote but don't care. It's kind of fucked up. I once heard it referred to. I need to stop talking about politics. I do. There's literally no reason for me to be talking about politics right now. I mean, I know that the debate is going on, but there's an analogy that imagine going over to a friend's house, they start a really shitty movie and then they leave the room and they never come back, but you're kind of just stuck there because it would be rude to leave. Like they said they would be right back, but it's also rude to turn off the thing because they really wanted you to see this movie, but it's absolute dog shit. I'm just saying, like, old people, kind of weird that they can vote. So if those weren't green but they were black instead. Oh no. One of our little things is not going away. Where the fuck is that? Okay, that's going on that layer. What's going on this layer? Okay. So this is just a separate coin layer. For some reason we have 2. Not sure why I've done this, but now we just have 1. What's my favorite type of animal skeleton? I really like ram heads. I need to get one because I think the ones are going to be like cloaked dudes. And they're going to have ram heads instead of heads, like skeleton, normal human skeleton heads. Hey, Momoko, how about you get out of here? Get. I'm not feeding you right now. Just shake this water bottle until you leave. Thank you. That's a good kitty. I think I was talking about this last stream. I saw a really, halfway decent ram head, like, prop at this Halloween store, but it was like fucking $40. I can just buy a ram head skull. Like, I have friends who do taxidermy. Like, I could buy one from them for $40. I wanted a cheap one. That's why I don't buy actual human skulls, because it kind of freaks people out, and also because it's too expensive. Like, a $5 human skull is a lot easier for me to afford than a actual real human skull. Not to mention that, like, I'd have to get a permit or whatever. It's just, and I'm not gonna get into getting a permit for that. That's just too much work. How do I feel about the Bone Zone? I don't know anything about the Bone Zone. What is the Bone Zone? Other than just a thing that people would say on the internet. Oh, they don't kill animals. They just do taxidermy. If you do taxidermy, the animal's already dead. People bring them in. Where did Momoko get her name? It's some anime that Tilda watched that was garbage, that she liked the name, but yeah. This is the 4 pentagrams. There's a huge difference between someone who just has skulls around the, slight difference, and a lot of people I think who do taxidermy do end up doing hunting as well. But I think it's like a family business thing. I don't know. I never really asked. They don't do it themselves, but they grew up around that stuff, so. Anyway, this one gets erased, and this one gets erased, and then that way we have a long end and a short end for each one. That's how this works. They're actually like little A's. That's how I do my pentagrams. It's actually a really like common way of drawing a pentagram. Taxidermy is pretty fun until you get to the anus. I'm sure that's where it starts to kind of take a turn for the worst, but it's not really my thing. I don't know. I don't like really messing around with dead things too much if I can avoid it. Just that classic. Where the fuck is that layer? There it is. All right. I was reading through some Wikipedia articles earlier today. This song is about how King Diamond lost his skeleton. He had a skeleton that he says it was a skeleton of a witch who was burned during the Inquisition, or no, not the Inquisition, the American Salem witch trial thing. But he later admitted that he just stole it from a medical hospital. Anyway, someone stole it. Someone stole it apparently at a concert, and so, or at least the skull. I think he only stole the skull. I don't remember if he stole a full skeleton or not. No, I've got this wrong. That's right. That's right. I don't know if you're right. It's the same guy who wrote a song about like a fetus coming back and eating a descendant. Is Ragnarok still on YouTube? It should be, I think. I don't know. It was really common in the 80s for bands to like pull shit like that. Like the Misfits, they got in trouble. They got arrested for, I mean, they're not metal, but you know, close enough. They got arrested for grave robbing. They were trying to dig up the skeleton of this voodoo priest, and they got caught in the graveyard trying to do it. I believe that story is true. I saw an interview with I forget who about that. So I think everyone kind of just expects it from me at this point. Like, I've got a little bit of a spooky vibe about me, I think. I like to think. No way, man. That's how you get cursed. Dude, I don't think Misfits care. Like, have you seen them? They don't think they give a single fuck about anything. You don't write a song like Helena, unless if you got something a little bit wrong with you. I don't know what the deal is with voodoo cemeteries. Oh, I've done this wrong. That's not like that. That goes like this. No, I've done this wrong. Wait, how am I doing this wrong? This is Melissa. I got it mixed up. Rev is a teddy bear and a gas mask. I love that guitar sound. It's so good. Didn't the Misfits steal their logo from an old horror movie? I don't know enough about the Misfits. I've only been really getting into them recently. It's spooky time of year. It's almost Halloween, so it's time for me to get into spooky music. Ghost is showing up more than ever in my playlist. Not that they normally don't, but you know what I mean. Stuff like this shows up a lot as well. This is a song that I could never really listen to the whole way. This is the song that's about someone stealing his skull. Thoughts on Pope Star? I liked their little single from it, but otherwise pretty much a pass for me. Oh, I need to erase these bits. Oh, and we had drippy bits on it too, didn't we? Every day is Halloween, man, but this is the one time of year where everyone agrees with me that Halloween is now. You know? Halloween is such a good holiday. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna be. I've got an idea for one, but I don't know. See, the other problem is I don't have like a party to go to. Yeah, I like Square Hammer a lot. That song by whoever in the Bunnymen is all right. But the rest of it's just kind of like, what even, dudes? The Ministry song, which one was that? Oh, the one where they break out a harmonica? That was fucking weird. Be Rev. I want to be something. I mean, it's Halloween. I get to dress up like a jackass and no one questions it. Like, I could wear anything and no one would give me shit. No one will judge me. On one night of the year, I can wear whatever the fuck I want. I'm not going to give that up. Dress up as Yule. No, it's alright. Everyone's saying Yule. I've got other things to dress up as. I mean, I guess that is dressing up like a jackass, but something, you know, cool. Have I heard Blood Bagel? I still haven't gotten around to listening to it. I keep forgetting that I need to. This is one of the weaker songs on this album for Dress Up as King Diamond. It would be harder for me to do with a beard, but I'm very tempted. I'm very tempted. But getting all of the stuff together and then putting face paint on. Because if I don't have a party to go to, I'm probably just going to end up going to my parents' house and then have all these inverted crosses on my face. I don't know if that would really go over well. All right, so I forget which one's supposed to be the short end. So that's short. It cuts that way. Okay. That's pretty good, Azuma. Shave your beard, then face paint. I'm not going to do that, man. I'm not shaving the beard just for one night of the year. I mean, you can put face paint over beards. Like, was it Immortal? Does it? How did you get strip searched as a streaker? I'm sorry, Sky. Alright, that needs a little bit of cleaning up, but I think that's more or less where I want it to be. Like these gray lines and stuff. But I can probably do that off screen. I'd like to get started on another one. So what I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on a quick break. I'm going to keep the music rolling for the people on After Hours so that we can just not have to worry about syncing up again. Dress up as Abath from Immortal. Hey, Aircool. I am not Vinny, if that's who you're looking for, but I am one of the other streamers on this site. How are you? All right, I'm gonna go BRB, and I will be right back. Go to the bathroom, that whole shebang. I don't think I cut out the audio last time. Sorry about that. I'm sorry, Air Cooler. He's usually on much later in the night. How do I commission you? Here you go. There's all the information you need to know. All right, I will be right back in 3 minutes. Wait, like 90 seconds. Sorry. 90 seconds. Promise to be chill? Okay. Get myself water first, then I'll feed you. You stay chill, okay? Uh-huh. Stay back. I can't see you. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. I decided to go ahead and feed Momoko. So I'm a couple minutes or seconds late. Chat is freaking out because I'm late. And no, I just meant I forgot to censor out me peeing, I think, on the last one. I could go back and fix it, but I'm okay. All right, so we need to do another card. Maybe I feel like I'm doing a I came back to numbers as well. All right, so we'll call this 4 of Pent. Maybe we should do a You're new to the streams. Well, welcome to stream. This is where I do art. Normally I do video games, but one night a week I'll do some metal art. Anyway, why don't we do one of the major arcana? Because why not? Why don't you let's pick one. Oh, I had a good idea for the Fool. Why don't we do that? I was gonna have for the Fool. I can get rid of these extra layers. Alright, so let us go ahead and start it. So what I want to do, someone recommended this, so I can't really say this is my original idea. Oh, the Fool should get a bitchin' jester hat. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm down with the bitchin' jester hat. I want him to be like, being all triumphant, and he's got a jester hat on, because we've decided that that's happening now. We'll see what that looks like in the end. And he's going to be holding a grenade in this hand. Because the idea with the Fool is that it's like naivete. Being naive. So he's holding a hand grenade, right? But he's got the pin in the other hand, and he doesn't know what the fuck's happening. And he doesn't know that he's about to explode into, like, gore. Come on, Colin, don't fool around. I see what you've done I see what you've done there. I don't know how to speak, but I saw what you did. He's batshit crazy. Yeah, he is. Oh, some municipal waste. Kind of round off our stream with some, That's not exactly the length of an arm. That's a little bit better. And his shoulder should be over there. I mean, that's cool, Air, but let's not just spam random numbers in chat. I mean, I'm not going to do, like, references to, like, memes or anime or whatever. We're just doing the metals thing. Municipal Waste is one of those bands that, like, I try and get into, but I just can't. I like them. I like stuff like Sadistic Magician, which I believe is on this album. But I want to try and get into them more. So that's the main reason they're on this list. This is definitely that yeah, crossover thrash. I've been in pretty much only crossover thrash bands. Like this. And I don't really think it speaks to me, man. And that's totally fine. A lot of people have a lot of trouble getting into King Diamond. I understand that his voice is really kind of he's very pitchy, is what people tell me, and I think that's right. I think he's good, but just because I like him doesn't mean that you have to. You know, I was talking about it, I think yesterday. You know, he likes stuff that I don't like fucking Fallout. He loves Fallout New Vegas, but I just didn't care for that. All right, that's looking pretty fucking solid, man. I'm actually really digging that. So, I mean, y'all are totally allowed to like things that I don't. I think that's like a thing about growing up is realizing that people are into shit that you're not and you respect those people, but like it's like what the fuck is wrong with you? Why how could you like that? And it's like they're human, man. They can like things that you don't. Or even just random people. Like you don't have to convince someone that they need to like something. And I understand that King Diamond is fringe. I don't know why I'm justifying that opinion when no one is arguing with me. Oh, I needed to make the eyes. Oh no, I did it. Never mind. I honestly don't know what a jester hat looks like, so I'm gonna have to look up a reference. Like I know generally speaking it's like that, but I don't really know. It's something like that. Like I love the singing style of like King Diamond and like oh fuck. I forget his name right now. The lead singer from Candlemass, like their early albums. I don't know much of their older or their later stuff. I love that kind of stuff, that kind of operatic, like really like mastering the vocal range kind of stuff. But I have a soft spot in my heart for stuff like Guar and this, where it's just like less is given about the actual note perfectness of it, as much as it is like coming up with clever lyrics. It's fine, you know. Yeah, you are bewitched. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I fucking love that song and at a gallows end, that whole thing. It's just so fucking good. Um, that's the kind of singing style I prefer to do personally, but you know, I don't have the range for something like King Diamond, and the sludgy stuff of like Candlemass is not really the kind of stuff that I want to do. Um, God, I hope I'm done with this before April Fool's Day of next year. But yeah, if I do, then I'll have to do like stuff like that. I'm actually gonna go check that real quick. Hold on one sec. Oh yeah, no, Ragnarok's still on there. Although I think it's people who have re-uploaded it. All right, so I need to find an image of. Oh yeah, so interesting facts about Bewitched. Dead from Mayhem is in it. He's featured very prominently. If you look around, you can find him. And it was also directed by the person who would go on to later direct Lady Gaga's music videos. It's weird. Weird that all of those people were in the same field at some point. Jester hat. I found one on Amazon. Here's one that's like ultra drapey. You guys can't see it, but trust me, it's ultra drapey. So, just gonna drag this over here and kind of move into the corner. Thought he said that I thought the Beatles were black metal, didn't he? Not death metal? Whatever. Slanderous lies all the same. Alright. Alright, we're actually doing pretty good with our line art level. Our layer. Oh fuck. Come on. Tablet's crapping out on me again. There we go. Alright. It's fine for weeks and then it just like shits itself. I don't know what that's about. Probably because I'm actually using it. I popped it open the other day to kind of fix it up a bit. And I might have fucked something up. Oh, it was Beatles are black or death metal and Elvis is black metal. I heard a really shitty cover of Riders on the Storm that was done in a black metal style. I'm sure you could do those in like a black metal style. It would be shit. Just do like a tremolo when you're doing Blackbird. It would sound like ass, but you could do it. Alright, I'm going to need to bring up a hand grenade as well, because I actually don't know what they look like perfectly either. It's totally okay to use references. I mean, like I said, the reference for this one is this. You know? I'm not doing it perfectly. It just gives me an idea. Like, I know that things droop in a certain way because there's not really, like, a fabric there. It's okay to use references. Especially newer artists don't understand that you can use references and it's not cheating. You think fucking, like, Da Vinci did shit without a reference? No, that dude had, like, models in front of him. It's a pineapple grenade. It is an M2 or Mark II grenade, apparently, according to Wikipedia. I've always heard them called pineapple grenades. But this guy, that's what everyone understands a grenade to look like. That's what grenades look like. Because here's the deal. Someone knows what a grenade looks like better than I do. I mean, it's okay to copy. Like, it's okay to even... But as long as you're not tracing. If you're tracing, then you're not You're not doing art, you're just tracing, you know? All right, and I kind of want the lever. So how these work is there's like a pin that holds in this lever, and the lever holds down the switch to actually ignite the grenade. I had a friend who had a grenade. It was hollowed out, but it always freaked me out. Oh, yeah. Tracing is bad, but copying is fine. Like, if you can draw, like, something perfectly, go for it, dude. Like I said, Da Vinci probably had one. Oh, that's way too big. Let's shrink that down. This looks like he's giving a thumbs up. But yeah, so once the pin is gone, as long as the hammer or the lever is held down, it's fine. You can put the pin back in even. But as soon as that lever is up, you got seconds to get shit away. Alright. But this guy, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, he's got the pin on his finger. Because he's just naive and dumb like that. And that's what the Fool is about. Someone recommended this, I think. I'm pretty sure I did not come up with this idea. Someone who's watching all these back to back will be able to point out exactly who came up with this idea. And is like, this is how we were able to get a pentagram on different layers. Because we cut and pasted something. This is another band that doesn't take itself too seriously. All right. All right, let's bring this layer down a bit. I think that's as good of a outline layer as we're gonna get. It's a little bit better than an outline layer should be, honestly. Do I like System of a Down? No, they're not really my thing, man. They're a little bit too new metal for me. But again, like I was saying earlier, y'all are allowed to like things that I don't. I'm doing all the spine all at once because I want it to be about the same size and all in line like that. I think that looks right. Close enough. We can fix it up. I used to listen to System of a Down before I knew a little bit more about metal, but they're alright. I'm not a huge fan of his singing style, to be honest. They seem like they would have a reunion coming up. Everyone was freaking out because they thought My Chemical Romance was having a reunion, and then they had to like announce on their official Twitter that they weren't because everyone was like really hyped for some reason. That was a band that I didn't get into at all, thank God. Um, we're gonna stop as soon as this album's over, and oh, here's the song that I know him for. This song's so good. I love this song. We were gonna do a cover of this in the last band I was in. Did anyone survive? I don't think System of a Down really survived the new metal age. Um, I mean, like, Slipknot still plays gigs. My brother went and saw him recently. That's fine if you're not really into it. I just got around to looking at commission stuff. I have to ask some things. Yeah, totally ask me via email because that way I don't have to worry about missing a message that you're saying in chat. Like, just because you email me doesn't mean that I'm going to do your commission, doesn't mean you have to pay me at any point. Not until we agree to something. And then I send you a commission, like an invoice. So, yeah, that's the best way to, like, ask questions, for sure. And I'll check that after I get done streaming, so... And I check it fairly regularly. Slipknot's new metal. It's got a rapper in it. That's generally how you can tell. If there's a guy rapping in the band, then it's probably new metal. Or if they've got like a DJ. Right now I'm just doing full albums because it's a lot easier to get people to just recommend an album, and then if I don't like one song by a band, I don't have to write them off completely just because I didn't like that one song. Because that's just not good. It's of a skeleton jester. And it's going to be metal as fuck because he's holding a grenade and it's about to go off. I mean, metal is all about having a really full, foreboding, huge sound. So having like 80 members in your band is like, you know, fair enough. Good try. Um, it's not. It didn't really work out for Slipknot, but people like them, so I mean, I guess it worked out fine. Whatever. They're really manufactured though. But even worse than Slipknot was Mushroom Head or whatever that was. That was like a corporate company's attempt to knock off a corporate company's attempt at making metal. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? This song's pretty good. I like it. Got some weird shit going on with the hands. Korn was one that my brother was ultra into as well. He gave me shit for being into like Metallica and stuff. But that was like right around when he didn't think they were heavy enough. I didn't mind. I liked him. He's more into country now, which is funny. What genre is Marilyn Manson? I think he counts as industrial. He still counts as metal. It's just a subgenre. Like, I think Nine Inch Nails is in there as well. I haven't listened to enough of them to know. If it sounds like machines grinding off of each other, then, but Metallica is actually good. I know, and he was into Slipknot and shit like that. Is the email correct? Even though it says it's misspelled, it should be correct now. Should be. Let me double check. Let me double check. Make sure that's right. Are all the words in it spelled correctly? Yes, I believe that's right. Industrial edgy metal. Close enough. I can only think of like one band that really meets that description. But I mean, like, what is Ghost? Like, Ghost is kind of like Scooby-Doo rock. Scooby-Doo chase music rock. Metallica is a good band. I'm never gonna diss on Metallica. The only problem I have with them is like their attitude towards fans, and just they're not as good as they used to be. You know, like their new song, whatever it's called, "Shit Out of Luck" or whatever. It's just like whatever. Oh yeah, Metallica did a gig with Rihanna and a couple other people. I saw that was being a thing, and it was like, what was that about? Was that a tax write-off situation? You might have to look up Ghost. Yeah, they are. Gigolo Harmageddon or Square Hammer is their new song. If that's not Scooby-Doo rock chase music, I don't know what it is, man. It's good. I love it. I've met him. I met most of the band in person and shook most of their hands. But it's silly. It's very silly. They were influenced by black metal and doom metal and stuff, but they not as much as other stuff. Later, Fantastic. I'll just call you Fanta, like the drink. What program is this? This is Psy Paint. What about Modern Slayer? Oof, I've never been a huge fan of Slayer, but I have a Slayer patch on my battle jacket just because a friend kind of gave me like a starter pack of stuff for a battle jacket, and it's more out of respect for him than anything else. But I'm not a huge fan of Slayer, to be honest. I might replace it with like these guys. I need to get more into them before I can really do that. I know there was some bullshit as far as like I think the lead singer was getting paid more than anyone else in the band and the other bandmates didn't know or something like that. Some real shenanigans, which is not cool, but you know, apparently making music isn't about, you know, having a good time. Just fucking each other over, I guess. I don't know. They're old now, so it's kind of why Ghost is so good. Is because they're new, but they're not like shitty. You know, they're not heavy. They're really easy entry level stuff to get into, but they're so like refreshing. It's not dude bro metal, you know, metalcore bullshit. It's like just a band that exists and is silly and is enjoyable and, you know, maybe a little bit hot topic, but, you know, whatever, dude. Like, I'm just happy to see something that's not like that. Like, I hated being like, oh, I don't like new stuff. And it's like, well, maybe you're just a hipster. And it's like, well, maybe I am. But it's like, no, actually, there wasn't anything good for a long time. Ghost is just sort of the exception to that rule. That for most recent stuff, as far as metal goes, has been kind of shit. Ghost has a very early Sabbath feel. That I agree. I think they technically classify as like heavy metal, like early heavy metal, like Sabbath or whatever. Uh, Less than they count as like Scooby Doo rock chase music, but you know. I'm just going through the full deck, man. So eventually I'll get around to it. But if you've got a suggestion, um, I like doing like trump cards, just like the suits first until I get into like a groove, and then I'll move on to doing like this or whatever. Ghost now has a female basis. How do we know that? Like all the ghouls are faceless. I mean, cool. Yeah, Psy is a good tool. I like it. Smashing your face, smoking your weed. Wonderful lyrics. Uh, all right, that's fine. What a wonderful song. Municipal Waste is gonna fuck you up. You know, like I like Municipal Waste. They're a recent band, yeah. When did they come out? Relatively recent. Not like 80s. You know, that's what I'm really looking for. Not like heyday of metal 80s. Um like they were see crossover thrash band from Richmond, Virginia. And they came out in 2001. What is this long ass pause? Is this like a secret track? Or is there just like something weird going on? Okay, well, whatever. So, you know, they're recent. Do I like 3 Days Grace? It's not metal. It's all right, I guess. Yeah, I haven't listened to 3 Days Grace since they were like a huge thing back when I was like a little kid, like, teenager. So no, I wouldn't say so, but they're okay. God, I haven't thought about them in fucking years, dude. Didn't they do something recently where they like played at the GOP convention and played Jumper and talked about how they're fucking over gay people and all that, and basically gave the middle finger to the GOP? That was fucking hilarious. That was them, right? Am I thinking of the right band? They had a weird shift between the lead singer left the band. Ah, okay. And then Tool. What is my opinion of Tool? Used to be huge into him. My brother used to be even bigger into them. He considers Maynard a god. My opinion of him now? They're okay. A little overblown. Maynard is just kind of a drug user. You know, if you want a good metal singer or a metal good female metal person, the lead singer from Arch Enemy is pretty fucking solid. That's a pretty okay band, honestly. And then this is definitely like bonus track shit. Um, what was the other one? Oh, the Volvatron. from Guar. She's one of the new singers for. They got like one of the old singers, like the bass player or whatever, and also a new singer. She's pretty good, and she's a solid replacement. So there you go. There's some there's a couple that I can think of off the top of my head. Volvatron is the name of a female singer of a band called Guar. Nightwish is. I used to be into him. Again, this was back when I didn't know as much about metal, but was trying to find some stuff. I feel like every nerd goes through a power metal phase, and like a really bad orchestra power metal phase. Yeah, like the lead singer she's replacing had a huge prosthetic dick that shot flames. So she's got to have boobs that shoot blood. That just has to be a thing, you know? Apparently they still put on a good show. I don't know much about Primus. I mean, I like power metal, but I don't like the that really over the top bullshit power metal that you get. That orchestra power metal, like whatever subgenre of metal Nightwish counts itself as. Symphonic metal, I think, is what they call themselves. Symphonic power metal. Weird band. Symphonic metal, yeah. Everyone has a phase where they do their symphonic metal phase. You'll get. Power metal is not the problem. It's symphonic metal. It's different, but I couldn't remember what the name was, and I was using the wrong name. My apologies to Dream Evil and other good power metal bands. Falconer. This is coming along. Alright, I think that's what we're going to have to call it there. Don't Break the Oath is an amazing album. Death Kiss is great. We'll come back with more Merciful Fate and King Diamond next time. I want to thank you guys for being here and for doing this whole journey with me. I'm going to add Death Wish, Mayhem, and Merging Moons. I'll have to double check Merging Moons and see if they're good. I'm going ahead and pausing that now. So if you're following along on After Hours, no need to worry about that anymore. The stream is basically over. Let me save up because I haven't saved. It's going well, but I kind of need to stop because it's getting late. But I'm liking how this is coming out, man. Hoobastank. What the fuck? Yeah, let me give you a... Let me check the border real quick because I know there's at least one new arts. And it's from Alexia, if I remember correctly. So, let me bring you over to that screen. There is nothing going on this screen. There's actually 3 new arts. Let's see. Yeah, Guar. It's a bit. I need to listen to a good Guar album. Like, I need to listen to something like that's got a little bit more. I only know a few of their songs, and I feel like I'm. Oh, and Twitter. I'm sorry, and Twitter. I will check Twitter. I need to listen to more Guar. See, checking my mentions. Hey, there's one by Grace, and we'll blow that one up. All right, can I do that without it being dicks. Is that an option? No. Okay, hold on. I will bring it back in a sec. Okay, cool. So it's just the one. There's one by Grace Rose Joden, or Rose Joden, Jodouin, at Rose Joden on Twitter. I'm gonna show that one first because I'm totally gonna fucking forget what their name is, and I'd have to pop back up, and it might show other stuff on my Twitter feed. And I don't know if you want to see that shit. So here's Grace doing Vivi from whatever Final Fantasy game that was that Vivi was in. I still haven't played that one. Should. But honestly, I don't like turn-based RPGs. It's very to me. And so I prefer to just watch other people do it. That's why I came to Vinesauce in the first place, because I saw Vinny was playing Chrono Trigger, and I wanted something to listen to while I was doing art. You know, I like to have something going on in the background. Yes, this is the end of the stream. I'm sorry. And so he was playing Chrono Trigger, and I was like, that's a game that I should probably watch and know something about. Anyway. So that's how I came to Vinesauce. Literally just to do art. And to watch some guy with 3 viewers play Chrono Trigger. We've got this one by Dexter Doodle. It's one of those draw memes where it's, you know, just a bunch of blank characters that they have instead replaced people with. I'm up here doing a sick trick on a skateboard, which I do not think I could ever fucking do. But, you know, in the fantasy world of art, I can do sick-ass tricks. Bunch of other people floating around here. Holy fuck. Okay, so Fred and Dyer and Hootie and Limes, that's easy. Jin. Darren, Fear Gingers, I am a Sponge and Pretzel. GPM, Kimmy, KY, oops. Vinny, Mike. Yul? I guess because it's got the skeleton. Yul's dabbing for some reason, and then I don't know who this is. Who is that? Fuck, who did I leave out? Vlinny. Fucking Vlinny. That's... What is Limes doing to the couch? She's grabbing onto it while she's falling off. Then we've got this one by Sofino X. And it's sort of a JoJo reference. So I'm doing my JoJo pose, and then everyone else is like stands, I guess, around me. I don't know enough about JoJo to really know what's going on in this picture, and I apologize for that. But for those of you that do know something about JoJo, you can, you know, kind of see how good of a job they did. Good art, all the same. I should get like a cowboy hat. Everyone just kind of assumes that I have one. Here's one of trainer Alexia's. It's from me earlier today. Me and Tilda went out, and we were hanging out at Target, and Tilda put a hat on me. You see this one? This drawing that trainer Alexia did.
You're so cute.
So that's good. Thank you. Didn't want to drink the rest of it.
Dude.
It's like 9. Yeah. It's very well done. And I was wearing a Postmodern Jukebox shirt today. It's a very good band. If you haven't listened to them, they're very not metal. But how can you say that Postmodern Jukebox is metal? They're not. They're good, though. You should go listen to them. They do covers of pop songs and make them not shit. We've seen them live twice. It was good. And then we've got this one that kind of slipped in at the last minute by Sir Silver, of me, GPM, and there's just a B here. Hugbees. There you go. All as like creepy versions of our little vine shrooms, and then there's Hugbees just being a bee. But yeah. Good art from everyone today. I'm just going to flip through them again. Or We're looking at the art now. Yeah, I'm finishing up because it's getting late and I gotta go. I love that metal band, Tame Impala. Please, why do you do this to me? Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. We got some good work done today. I will show it again if I can without it breaking everything. So we've got the full started, and then we have boom, boom, the Four of Pentacles done. We did Justice last time, which needs some cleaning up. Obviously, you can tell the huge difference in quality between the two skulls there. But I'll fix it out. And then we've got, oh fuck, that really shitty version of Justice that I did. Let's just get rid of that. And there's the line art layer for it. And then we've got the Three of Pentacles, which needs a little bit of work, but it's pretty close. Two of Pentacles, pretty much done. Ace of Blades, Ace of Cups, which needs some fixing up. I'll worry about that more when I actually get done with them. I've noticed that as we've gone through with the Pentacles, we've cleaned it up more and more. So, Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Again, needs a little bit of cleaning up because these lines are a little bit shaky, and I don't know, but I can do that off stream some. But that's where we're gonna end it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully tomorrow. I don't know. I need to watch more Friday the 13th so that way I can prepare for that game. So we may be switching it up with something else. Got another game I want to do. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.